Hi, welcome back to Picking at MultiValue. Today we're going to show how to create files in a multi-value system. Today I'm using OpenQM. The command to create a file is create file. Then I'm going to give the name of the file I want to create. In this case, I'm going to create orders, create file orders. So I've created the file. So if I go count orders, I'll have no records in that file. If I go list orders, I'll have no records again. Let me add a record into that file. I'm going to use the line editor, add with the file name orders, and I'm going to put in 1000 as the record name. I'm going to use go to insert mode, and I'm just going to type some random data in just to have something there. File to quit and save the line editor. So now if I go count orders, I'll have one record in that file. If I go list orders, I'll see, yes, there's the order I created. Now if I go list item orders, I can see the actual data that I typed in directly. So if I switch to the bash shell here, and if I go ls, I can see that the orders directory was created, but the data itself is not accessible. The default file type, and the file types are really dependent on the actual multi-value system that you're using. Sometimes they're numbered, for instance. But in OpenQM, there are two file types. There's a dynamic file type, that's the default, and that uses some sort of performance hashing system to actually determine how the data is stored in the file system. But there's also an option that's called directory, and that enables us to access the data outside the system. So if I switch over, I can show how to delete a file at the same time with this. So I'm going to delete the file that I created, delete file orders. So the file now has been deleted. If I switch back to the bash prompt, I can see that the file has been deleted, which is actually directory. So if I go back here and if I go create file orders, and this time I'm going to add the option directory, that's going to tell the system to create the file as a directory type file. So now if I'm going to go and add a record into that file, so add orders 1000 like I did before, I for insert some test data in, file for save and quit, the line editor. So if I go list item orders, I can see the raw data that I added into that file. So if I switch back now to the bash shell, I can see that the orders directory is there as well as it was before, but this time, as opposed to having some sort of internal hash storage system, I'm not sure how it actually works. I go ls, I can actually see each record in that file. So if I go into nanopico to the name of that file, 1000, I can actually add some more data here. So add more data, for instance. Control X to quit, and I'm going to save. Switch back to OpenQM. If I go replay the same command that I did, now I see that the data that I added directly with Nano is available in the system. So that's the difference between a directory and a dynamic file type. And just as before, I can delete the file with the command delete file orders. And now that file has been deleted. So that just shows you how to create and delete files in MultiValue, in this case OpenQM. Thanks.